right, guys, so off the 10, play it at the middle of that fairway. Try to hit a nice soft draw. We've been hitting it in the left trees on this hole because that's kind of the bailout area. Okay, not quite a draw. Little right. So we've got 117 downwind to a blue pin. This wind kind of picked up out of nowhere. So the shot is playing probably closer to 105 yards. I'm not a huge fan of the lie. In those situations, I'd rather take less lob. So I'm going to take a pitching wedge instead of a 48. Hit it a little easier and just focus on making solid contact. Did not quite give it enough. Probably in the 30 to 40 foot range. So guys, I was really trying to land this ball beyond where it ended up. Trying to take it a little lower with the wind, and it landed way back on the front edge of the green. If I landed it in here, it would have been pretty good. This is one of those moments to where the camera died and I didn't know it. So I had to go back and hit the putt again. I think it was about right here. This hole is going to be tough with this type of wind. So I'm just going to hit a high wood, play it away from the out of bounds, short of the creek, air towards going down the left side. And we're just going to basically play a 3-shot hole, I think. We didn't really mean to do that. We pushed it right. All right, we're going to have a challenge. A lot further right than we wanted. We were actually trying to go it on the left side, which would give us an angle, but we're still okay. We've got the fence over here. We've got a tree, and we just need to punch it down there in the flat, give ourselves ideally somewhere inside 100 yards. And this was a shot where even if I went left, I wasn't going for the green anyway. You need to land it, preferably past that rough so we can get it inside 100 yards. "99 yards, and the chip ain't one." Just kidding. Left to right, wind, pretty strong. So instead of us hitting a full 48, we're going to take a pitching wedge again, hit this a little lower. If we can fly it to the front edge. You know, again, we're just playing this hole as a short par 5, really, with these conditions. Okay, that flew exactly on the front edge of the green. And it looks like we've got maybe a 20-foot putt or so for a par. You know, most days I'd probably take this putt on this hole. Just a really challenging hole, especially in these conditions. So this putt should break left to right. A little bit uphill, a little left to right. Thought I had it, guys. So we've got 200 yards to that pin. Downhill, wind's blowing left to right and in our face. Tell you what, this is a hard shot. I'm going to hit a 3-wood. And we're a little bit past the pin. No green to work with. Such a delicate shot to try to get it close. We're just going to kind of take our medicine here. All right, got a couple to make up now. Guys, this blend is blowing so hard right now. I'm going to have to try to hit this left so I don't have to carry as much of the creek. So we're going to take it over at that bridge. Just a little right of the bridge. Okay. All right, guys, we're into the wind. Got 134 to the flag. Got a really good lie. Between a 7 and an 8. Going to hit a hard 8. And if we land 30 feet short of the hole, we're fine. I don't want to really mess with that blue pin. Go at the middle of the green. If we go to the left, the objective in this wind is just to try to hit it on the green. A little cut over towards the flag. So guys, remember this shot here was all the way at the right side of the green. I was aiming 20 feet left of this and just simply hit a little cut, pushed it. The point is, sometimes aiming at the middle of the green pays off. I remember playing with a guy that after he won this tournament that it took me forever to win. I remember playing with him back when I was in my 20s, and he said all he does is aim at the middle of the green. And he said a lot of shots he hits end up close. He pushes it a little or pulls it a little. So I was aiming at the middle of the green. If I would have pulled this ball, as long as I didn't pull it too bad, I would have had a 40-foot putt on the other side of the green. But instead I pushed it and I ended up with a 10-foot birdie putt. So guys, one thing we need to remember to do is this hole is back in the tunnel. So we're back in a tunnel. So we're outside, we got the trees blocking us, so we can't really feel the wind. So you have to remember before we come back here what the wind is doing. So the wind is blowing right to left and helping. I've got 176, so we're gonna go with the 5 hybrid. And we're going to play it out to the right. I can see a tree out there in the distance. I'll play it out there at that tree. Okay, guys, we hit behind that one a little bit, so I think we're going to be chipping here. We hit that really poorly, maybe 25 yards from the pin here. Looks like this side is a little higher. It almost looks like it's kind of in a little gully here. I think it's going to be a straight putt, guys. If anything, inside the right. I feel like one of the cool things about shooting these videos is when I'm out, I don't even worry about keeping score. I always have an idea, of course, what I'm shooting. I add the score up at the end because I get to see every shot. So one thing I would do is probably suggest you guys is don't be so focused on the score. Just off the right side of the fairway. We are downwind, 157 to the pin. There's a little rise right at the beginning. It's about 146. This kind of an upslope just short of the green there. Anywhere there, the ball could bounce up, and it's also an easy chip from there. 157, a lot of wind behind me, which is making me want to hit an 8-iron. I'm going to go with a 7 because it's pushing it right, and we're going to hit it at the T sign that's kind of over the middle of the green for the next tee box. Yeah, we hit it left of that, guys, and so that's the opposite. Sometimes we miss hit them towards the hole. That time we pulled it left of the hole. That flag blowing sideways. Pretty tough conditions. Sometimes when we play golf, we have to remember to kind of stay in the moment. Time like this, you might think, oh, the 18th hole is going to be a tough hole, or this hole is going to be a tough hole. You have to always stay in that precious present. Can't think about the last hole or the next hole. This is a heck of a putt, guys. The 8 was definitely the club because this ridge I'm talking about here, anywhere on the front, leaves a relatively easy chip shot. Should be easier than that putt was. Playing this hole from about 320. Okay, wind's blowing strong right to left, and the pin's on the left. The better angle is from the right, so we're going to play this out to the right. Hooked it left, but we'll be hitting back into the wind, so we should be okay. Guys, so we got 103 yards to the pin. It's a pretty full 48-degree wedge, and that wind's blowing pretty hard right to left. It's helping a little bit too, so we can't hit this 48 too hard. I was expecting the wind to blow that more than it did. Left to right, mover a little, and the wind is going to help it move that way also. This wind is blowing this storm in here. 2 holes to go, see if we can get it in. 111, 48-degree wedge. This one should not have much movement to it. Pushed it. So guys, just to further elaborate on my point earlier, talking about how we shouldn't worry about the 18th hole. This hole is 390, right into the teeth of the wind. And the reason you shouldn't worry about it, because sooner or later you're going to have to play it anyway. It doesn't help to think about it for 4 holes. Let's just think about it when we get to it. So we got 155 to the pin, uphill, into the wind. So we're going to add at least 20, 175. I'm going to hit 4 hybrid. That really good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I got a round at a new golf course coming up, a new golf ball review, and a review of the Tacoma driver. So stay tuned. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.
5 holes to go, just play 13. Need a part my way in, gotta hit more greens. My game's obscene now. Hooks